when I use the term large sample, so what do you understand? What is the first idea which comes into your mind when I say this term, large samples? Anybody can tell. Am I audible to all of you? आवाज आ रही है आपको मेरी? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
So please tell me, what do you understand by the term large samples? See, I will not repeat this again and
Ma'am,
again.
n is greater than 30, I think, or 40.
Greater than 30. Uh, why we have taken n greater than 30? What is the use of taking n large? N is the number of samples which we are taking. Okay. So why we have taken the number of samples to be greater than 30 or greater than 40? What is the use of taking this to be large, to be greater than 30? Please, if anyone can tell me.
Ma'am, to minimize the error, some samples may have particular defects so that it is distributed more evenly.
To minimize the error. But can you relate it with central limit theorem? We have done central limit theorem. What was there in central limit theorem? What was the meaning of central limit theorem, or what was the idea behind central limit theorem? Theorem, central limit theorem. Okay, central limit theorem. Can anybody tell me what was the idea behind central limit theorem? How many of you are there in the class? Yes, many of you are there in the class. So can any one of you can tell me what is the idea behind central limit theorem? This is really important and this is really bad if you don't know what is central limit
Ma'am,
theorem.
we use it to find out what should be sample size for a particular error limit.
नहीं. Basic idea behind central limit theorem. Anyone can tell. कोई गलत बताएगा, I will not be having any problem. You can just try. What is central limit theorem? What was the idea behind central limit theorem? Do you know this term? Are you aware of this term, central limit theorem, or is it new to you? How many of you are aware of this term, central limit theorem? Or it is a new term for you? सेंट्रल लिमिट थ्योरम के बारे में सुना है आपने?
Yes, ma'am.
क्या होता है सेंट्रल लिमिट थ्योरम?
मैम उसके पीडीएफ और सीडीएफ निकालते हैं
सेंट्रल लिमिट थ्योरम से कुछ नॉर्मल वेरिएबल से रिलेटेड हो जाता है, नॉर्मल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन से रिलेटेड हो जाता है कुछ. Is it related to normal distribution? Central limit theorem is related to normal distribution or not?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Yes. Central limit theorem means when we take the sample size to be large and then we Hello? Yes. When we take a sample, when we take the sample size to be large, then if we plot that, our distribution becomes normal. Our distribution takes the shape of a normal distribution. कोई भी any distribution, it could be originally, it could be binomial, Poisson, any distribution, and if we draw a sample greater than 30 from that distribution, and we plot several samples on a graph, then we will see that the distribution becomes normal. We have done this earlier, that we have done an example about it, that we have taken, there was a company in which I think 1000 employees or something like this was there, that 1000 employees were there in that company, and we have plotted the graph first by taking five samples, the size of the sample to be 5, and then we have taken the sample to be 20, and then 100, and we have seen that when the sample size has increased and it has become more than 30, or it has become equal to 100, we have seen that the shape of the curve has become normal. Do you remember that? We have done an example. Hello? सेंट्रल लिमिट थ्योरम का बेसिक आइडिया ये होता है कि जब सैंपल साइज बड़ा होता है, देन it takes the shape of a normal curve. The distribution becomes normal. कोई भी distribution, it can be any distribution, and it will become normal if we will increase the sample size. It will give us
टेस्ट ऑफ सिग्निफिकेंस में ना 30 से जैसे ज्यादा होता है तो वो होता है,
हाँ, वो नॉर्मली डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड हो जाता है. So this was the idea of central limit theorem. Today you will go and you will read about central limit theorem. You will read the notes of last unit, and in which central limit theorem was there. You will read that topic, you will try to understand, and if it is clear to you, then it's fine. Otherwise, you will ask me. Everybody has to do this. We have already studied in unit 1 that for large values of n, almost all the distribution, example, binomial, Poisson, normal, negative binomial, etc., are very closely approximated by normal distribution. That is, when we take a sample, when we take many samples, and each sample. Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So when we plot these samples, and each sample is of, when we plot the mean of these samples, or anything we can plot, and we see that if the size of the sample is greater than 30, or the size of the sample is more, then we will see that our distribution will take the shape of a normal curve, or it will be closely approximated to normal distribution. All right, I have told you, I don't know कि तुम्हें कितना याद है. इस तरह से, this was the example that there is a company in which 1000 employees were there, and we have plotted the salary of, first we have plotted the salary by taking the sample size to be 10. We have plotted the mean salary of the employees by taking the sample size as 10. So the curve will be like this, a bit of normal. Then if we will increase the size of the sample as 20, the curve will be more normal. And if we will increase the size as 100, it will be closely approximated to normal distribution. And what we are doing, we are plotting we can plot any characteristic. For this, consider that we are plotting the mean salary of 100 employees. Mean salaries of 10 employees for the first time. Like, for example, we have 1000 employees in a company. We have taken any 10 employees. We have selected any 10 employees randomly, and we have plotted this. Then we have taken another 10 employees. We have plotted this. Then we will take another 10 employees and we'll plot the mean average salary of that we will get this. So when we will plot all these values, we will say that the shape of the distribution was bit of normal. Okay, but when we have increased our size, we have increased the size of the sample. Earlier we were taking each sample to be of size 10. Now we have taken the size of the sample to be 20. Then we'll see that the shape of the curve has become more normal. Alright, and when we will increase the size to be 100, we will see that the shape has become completely normal. It will be closely approximated, or it will be resemble more as normal curve. Alright, this was the basic idea behind central limit theorem, that when we increase the size of the samples, any distribution will tend to normal distribution. You should learn this, you should understand this very well. This is a very important concept. Alright, am I audible? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. तो कंसेप्ट क्लियर हुआ आपका सेंट्रल लिमिट थ्योरम का? हेलो हेलो,
जी मैम.
सेंट्रल लिमिट थ्योरम समझ में आया आपको? जिसको भी समझ में आया हो थोड़ा बहुत, प्लीज एक्सप्लेन मी, बिकॉज आई वांट दैट कि everybody in my class should understand what is central limit theorem. This is the basic thing which is taught in this subject, and this is the basic statistics. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Central
Yes,
limit
ma'am.
theorem. Can anybody explain now what is central limit theorem?
जी मैम.
बताइए.
मैम कोई भी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन है, अगर हम सैंपल साइज इंक्रीज करेंगे तो वो जो है जो उसका ये अगर उसको प्लॉट करेंगे ग्राफ में, तो वो जो है मेरे नॉर्मल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की तरह ही शो करेगा. मतलब जैसे जैसे अगर हम सैंपल का साइज इंक्रीज करेंगे तो वो हमारा जो डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन होगा वो नॉर्मल की तरफ टेंड करेगा.
हेलो हेलो.
यस मैम.
यस मैम.
हेलो हेलो.
जी मैम. जी मैम.
Okay.
यस मैम.
Okay. So, central limit theorem means that when we plot any characteristics of the population with sample size greater than 30, then and we plot many points of the, मतलब बहुत सारी चीज, मतलब बहुत सारे means हम plot करेंगे with size greater than 30, then or greater a size which is greater than 30 or 40, then we will see that the shape of the curve will become normal. All right?
Yes मैम.
Okay. Large sample, test of significance for large sample. We have already studied in unit 1 that for large values of n, almost all the distribution, that is binomial, Poisson, negative binomial, etc., are very closely approximated to normal distribution. So it is easy to apply normal test. What do we want when we see that our distribution has become normal? So it is easy to apply normal test there, and which is based on the following property of the normal probability curve, that if x follows normal distribution with mean mu and variance sigma square, then z, which is x minus mu upon sigma, this will tend to normal distribution. With normal distribution, this z statistics standard normal distribution. And what is the property of standard normal distribution?
Mean 0, variance 1.
Mean 0, variance 1. So here अगर हमारा if our sample size will be greater than 30, then we can easily apply standard normal. We can easily apply central limit theorem, and we'll see that we can. If our sample size will be less than 30, then it will be a problem, and we'll see how we will solve that problem. Now, from the normal probability tables, we have. Do you remember normal probability table? Normal probability curve?
Yes, ma'am. Bell-shaped.
This is bell-shaped. And this is the mean. Alright. And this curve is from -3 to +3. It means that from -3 to +3, okay, almost 99.73% area lies between -3 to +3. Alright. This is -3 sigma away from mean, and the right side is +3 sigma away from mean. Like if this is the curve, this is x or mu, anything, this is your mean. So this -3 means this is -3 sigma distance away from mean, and this +3 is that this is +3 sigma away from mean. And the area between this -3 and +3 is 99.73% of the entire curve. Alright?
जी मैम.
Hello? ठीक है, so see, if probability of z is greater than 3, then the area which is left is, if the probability of z is greater than 3, then the area which is left is this. If this is -3 and this is +3, so this area is left, and this area is 1 minus 0.9973, because 1 is the region, 1 is the entire region, and we have subtracted 99.73% of 1, that is 0.9973. So the region left is now this region, left side region and right side region. This is 0.0027. All right?
Yes, ma'am.
Or we can also say that 0.27%. Now, I have told you how to see the normal probability tables. Now see, if the value of z lies between -1.96 to +1.96, ठीक है? The value of z lies between -1.96 to +1.96. So what is the probability? What will be the probability? It means it is telling that ki
mod z is less than 1.96.
yes, if this is -1.96 and this is 1.96, we have to find the probability of this area. And how can we do this? देखिए, this is the curve which gives us the value from 0 to z value here. All right, and it is saying that we have to find the value of +1.96. And where is 1.96? What is the value of 1.96? Hello?
0.4750.
0.4750. So, and what is 0.4750? This is 95%. Do you know how it is 95%?
We are just doubling the area.
Yes, we are doubling this area because this is 0.95. Means when we will double it 0.475, we will see what we have got. We have got this area and the entire, and we have to find the area from minus 1.96 to plus 1.96. This curve gives us the value from 0 to this region. All right, so this is equals to 95%. This we have got as 0.475. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
And the rest of the region, this is also 0.475. So 0.475 plus 0.475 is equals to 0.95. Next thing is that this applies for two-tailed test. How we are doing this? See, this is 0, and when we are talking about 95% of the portion, then it means that the leftover portion from both the sides. This is 2.5 and this is 2.5. So 0.5 minus 0.025 will be 0.475. Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So we will find the value at 0.475, which is equals to 1.96, and we can say that the value for z is equals to 1.96 is 0.4750. Hello? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it clear or not?
मैम लास्ट में जो वो पॉइंट वाला था वो पॉइंट वाला नहीं थोड़ा समझ में आया.
Okay.
जैसे 0.5 था उसके बाद फिर जो आप 0.002 लिए ना.
एक मिनट मैं बता रही हूँ. एक मिनट रुक जाइए. अभी आप 1 मिनट रुकिए. यहाँ पे नेटवर्क की बहुत प्रॉब्लम हो रही है. मैं ज़रा जगह चेंज कर लेती हूँ. Hello? Hello?
जी मैम.
Yes, what I was telling. Hello? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what I was telling you that see, we have to find the area of two-tailed test. All right. So this region is 95%, or we can say that 0.95. So how we will, if you have to find what is the value of Z at 0.9 for 95% of area. So how can we calculate that? We know that this region is 0.5, है ना? The region on the right side
Yes, ma'am.
entire region is 0.5. All right. So what we have to do, we have to find the area of 95%. So that is on both the side, we have to leave the area of 2.5% on both the sides. 2.5% here and 2.5% here, which is our region of rejection for two-tailed test. Are you getting my point now?
Yes, ma'am.
मेरी बात समझ में आ रही है आपको? टोटल रीजन 100% है, हमें 95% चाहिए, तो हम what we are doing, we are taking out 2.5% from both the sides. All right? Hello?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So when we are taking out 2.5% from both the sides, that is, we are subtracting now 0.5 is half of the side, and we are subtracting 2.5%, that is 0.025. That is, we are subtracting 0.25 area. The area is 0.5. 2.5% of that area will be 0.025. So what we are getting now is 0.475. So we will search the value for 0.475. Is it clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello? Is it clear to all? जिसने पूछा था उसको clear है? Hello? Is it clear to everyone or not?
Yes,
Please tell me. I will repeat
ma'am.
because this is very important and you should understand it. Okay, so this was the concept behind this. So for Z to lie between 0.196 to 1.96, the probability will be 0.95. That is, the area between 0.196 to 1.96 is 0.95. That is 95% of the area. And the leftover area is C. The leftover area is 0.05. That is, if this is the entire area and this area is, this red area is our area of acceptance, that is 95% or 0.95, then this green area will be what? For two-tailed test, this green area will be
Rejection.
region of rejection, and it will be 1 minus 0.95, that is 0.05. Is it clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now that was for 95%. That is 95. That is alpha is equals to 5% level of significance. Now, if we are taking alpha as 1% level of significance, then our area should be 0.99. All right. Chalo, let's do it. How we have got this? ये आप लोग try to do by yourself. How can we say that this area is 99%? What will be the value of this Z? What value of the of Z we will get the area to be 0.99? What we will do now? Hello? 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 Bhai, please reply.
Ma'am, we will check for what value half of 0.99 is showing in the table.
We can do that also. लेकिन उसका कंसेप्ट भी तो आपको क्लियर होना चाहिए कि why we are taking half of 0.99. What will be the half of 0.99? What? 0.495.
0.4750
0.4750 नहीं होगा, 0.495 होगा.
495.
0.495.
और 0.495 कहाँ आ रहा है? यहाँ पे आ रहा है ना, इसके नीचे आ रहा है. यस, 2.58 पे आ रहा है ना?
यस
मैम 9 पर भी तो वैल्यू दी है वही 0.4.
क्या चीज?
Yes ma'am, 0.4951 आ रहा है.
0.495.
जी मुझे आवाज नहीं आ रही आपकी, क्या कह रहे हैं? हेलो.
यस मैम.
ठीक है, तो अच्छा अब इसका टू टेस्ट रीजन कैसे बनेगा वो भी समझिए. टोटल रीजन इज 0.99, तो मतलब वी आर लीविंग 0.5% ऑन द लेफ्ट साइड एंड 0.5% on the right side. And what is the value of 0.5%? 0.5 upon 100, that is 0.005. हेलो,
जी मैम.
is it clear? देखिए what we are doing, we have to find the value for 99%, means this region is 99%. So the region of rejection is the red one, will be 1%, total 1%, that is 0.5% here and 0.5% on the right side. All right.
यस मैम.
Yes ma'am.
ठीक है. So for checking the value of 0.5, what we will do? We will 0.5% means तो we will get 0.005 and we will subtract this from 0.5. So what we are getting? 0.495. So we will see the value at 0.495. या तो आप 99 का आधा कर लीजिए, that is also 0.495. लेकिन आपको पता होना चाहिए कि कंसेप्ट रीजन मतलब इसके पीछे what was the reason behind that, why we are taking it as 0.495, because this is a two-tailed test and we are subtracting 0.5% from both the side in order to make it as 99%. So when we are subtracting 0.5% from both the side, we will get 49.5% or 0.495, and we will see the value at 0.495, which is 2.58. So the value of Z is now 2.58. Is it clear?
यस मैम.
Yes ma'am.
मैम
Is it clear to all? जी 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 बोलिए बोलिए.
मैम 495 तो हम जो ले रहे हैं 495, तो हम लास्ट में उसके 1 दिया रहा है 4951. तो और भी वैल्यूज हैं जिसमें 495, 2 है, 3 है, 4 है, तो उसमें से हम ये कैसे पता चलेगा कि
तो
1
हम
वाला ही लेना है
नियरेस्ट
या 2?
नियरेस्ट नहीं, उसमें हम नियरेस्ट ले लेंगे. अगर आप 0.4952 ले लेंगे तो दैट इज नॉट नियरेस्ट, है ना?
ओके.
हम लोग नियरेस्ट वाली वैल्यू लेंगे. ऑल राइट. सो आई होप दिस इज क्लियर टू यू. Thus the step to be used in normal test are as follows. Steps क्या है? Compute the Z statistics, Z under H naught. हम लोग Z calculate करेंगे. How we will calculate Z? How can we calculate Z?
From the table.
मैम फ्रॉम द टेबल x minus mu upon sigma.
Z तो हम जो खुद का Z हम calculate करेंगे. We will calculate by taking x minus EX upon sigma x. वो सॉरी स्टैंडर्ड एरर ऑफ x। अब हमें z की वैल्यू हमें मिलेगी, मान लीजिए आई हैव गॉट दिस वैल्यू ऑफ z एज 1.95, ठीक है, एंड आई हैव टू चेक इट फॉर 5% लेवल ऑफ सिग्निफिकेंस। आई हैव गॉट माय वैल्यू एज 1.95 and I have to check this for 5% level of significance, and my test is two-tailed test, so I will compare this with 1.96 table की value से we have to compare, we will use the value of table for comparing, calculate हमें खुद करनी है, we have to calculate the value of z by ourselves with the data which would have been provided to us. All right, we have to use the value of table just for comparison because it is the given value. We have to check that what we have got is right or wrong. All right.
Okay,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. So compute the z statistic. It is written over here. Compute the z statistics means you have to find the z statistics. Compute the z statistic under h naught, that you will calculate by taking z is equals to x minus ex, that is mean, divided by standard error of x. All right, question में it would be given
हमें आवाज क्लियर नहीं है।
Ma'am, you are not audible.
आवाज नहीं आ रही।
डायरेक्ट ग्रुप पे एक बार मैसेज करके देख लो।
sorry हेलो हेलो सॉरी, आप मेरी क्लास जो है डिस्कनेक्ट हो गई, किसी ने कॉल कर दी, बिकॉज ऑफ विच क्लास जो है डिस्कनेक्ट हो जाती है अगर कॉल आ जाती है। So now what we have to do, we have to compute the value of this. My screen is shared or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Shared.
So what we have to do, compute the value of z statistics, z under h naught. Now what we have to see, if z is greater than 3, z is greater than 3 is that this is your minus 3 and this is your plus 3. Mod of z means कि we are taking z to be greater than both minus 3 and plus 3. ठीक है, if it is greater than this, it means that our value of z is lying here. See, if this is your minus 3 and this is your plus 3, z greater than 3 means our value of z is lying here. All right, and this is the region of rejection. Therefore, our hypothesis will always be rejected if the value of z comes out to be greater than 3. Is it clear? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, what we will do, we will see if z is less than equals to 3. If z is less than equals to 3, we test its significance at certain level of significance. I have told you कि 5% पे check करेंगे और 1% पे check करेंगे कि अगर if it is less than 1.96, we will accept our, what we will do, if it is less than 1.96 and we are doing the test at 5% level of significance, then what we will do, we will accept the hypothesis, null hypothesis, or reject the null hypothesis. Hello?
Accept.
Yes, we will accept the null hypothesis. This was for two-tailed test. Now, if we are doing, now you should understand this also. This is really important. If we are doing a right tail test, this what we have discussed just now is for two tail test. Now, if we are doing for right tail test, what will be the value of z with which we have to compare? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now, where is the portion, where is the critical region on the right hand side, or right tail test? Where is the critical region? The region of rejection, that is the critical region, lies where for the right tail test?
Right side.
Yes, right side. So if it is our problem, then the region of rejection would be here. That is at 5%. All right. That is, now we have to check the value. For example, this is for we are taking the alpha as 5% level of significance. So now what we have to do, that this is our region of rejection. The region on the right side is the region of rejection. Now we have to find the value at, what is the value at 0.95? Can you find what is the value, what will be the value of z at 0.95? Hello? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
देखिए, for two tail test, the acceptance region was in between. So we have subtracted the rejection region from both the sides. We have subtracted the rejection region from both the sides. Now, for right tail test, the acceptance region will be this yellow region. So how can you calculate the value? बताइए कैसे कैलकुलेट करेंगे? और ये हमारा, this is our rejection region, which is 5%. So how can you calculate the value now?
We'll take the value directly from the tail. We don't have to double it.
So you means you will take the value as 0.95, है ना?
Yes, ma'am.
This is 95% area, means we are taking this region plus this region, है ना? और
Yes,
कर्व
ma'am.
हमें क्या वैल्यू देता है? Curve is giving us only this value, that is from 0 to this region, means this region is, curve is giving us the value from 0 to this region. It is not giving us the value of this region, the region on the left side. But we know that the value of this region is, what is the value of half of the region?
0.5.
0.5. So the rest of value is, this rest of the value is 0.45.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
What will be the value of the rest of the region? 0.45.
Yes, ma'am.
है ना? So now we will see the value of corresponding to 0.45. What is the value of 0.45? Can anyone tell me?
And 1.65.
Exactly.
1.65.
Very good, 1.65. So have you understood this?
जी मैम.
Is it clear to all? See what we have done. अभी किसी ने मुझसे पूछा था ना कि मैम हम राउंड ऑफ वैल्यू, वो हम कौन सी वैल्यू लेंगे? दिस इज ऑलवेज अ डाउट कि मतलब कौन सी वैल्यू, क्योंकि some values are giving us see, this is giving us 0.4495 and this is giving us 0.4505. One is 0.005 greater than 0.45 and one is 0.005 less than 0.45. है ना? Is it right or not?
Yes, ma'am.
So what we will do, we will take 1.64 plus 1.65. We will add this and divide it by 2. So we will get this value as 1.645. Is it clear now?
Okay, ma'am.
Is it clear to everyone? Please बताओ यार कि समझ में आया कि नहीं समझ में आया. हेलो, वो है राफले क्लास में? राफले इज देयर और नॉट?
No, ma'am.
उसी को तो लैंग्वेज प्रॉब्लम थी. एंड वो भी नहीं है, दूसरा जिससे लैंग्वेज प्रॉब्लम थी हिलाल अशरफ को. हिलाल अशरफ नाम है ना उसका?
हम ज्वाइन किया क्या था, अभी नहीं है.
ओके, खैर. सो दिस इज क्लियर टू यू और नॉट?
Yes,
Is it
ma'am,
clear?
it's clear.
So you can find the values of all the and for the left hand side it will become minus 1.645. For the left tail test the value will become minus 1.645. Means just the sign will be reversed. For right tail test it is plus 1.645 and for left tail test it will be minus 1.645. Is it clear to all? हेलो.
Yes, ma'am.
तो जो भी आपको प्रॉब्लम हो आप प्लीज पूछ लीजिएगा. अभी क्लास को हम यहीं रोक रहे हैं, कल को करेंगे बाकी. ठीक है, थैंक यू सो मच. आप लोग अटेंडेंस अपने ग्रुप पे भेज दीजिएगा.